trying to think where to start. So my dad gave me a call in the morning and asked if I would like to take our dogs for a walk to the dam. So he fetched me after work and we put all the dogs into the back of the bakkie and we came on down to the dam. On the way to the dam we actually passed 5 men walking along the road, and they waved at us and we waved back and didn't think anything else of it. And when we arrived, we took all the dogs off the back of the bakkie and we just started like playing with them, throwing sticks into the water, and they were running backwards and forwards, and we were just like very involved in the dogs and what was going on. And then they came running over the hill down to where we were, and they were just screaming and shouting. And I remember turning around and just being met by the barrel of a gun in my face. They just straight away took everything. I mean, they took all my jewelry I was given for my 21st the year before. They took my cell phone, my dad's cell phone, I think his watch. They just took everything we had on us, and then they just kept saying they wanted money, and we didn't have any money on us. We were at a dam. They then said they wanted the keys to the bakkie. So the bakkie was up here and they dragged us up here, and they took me to the passenger side and my dad to the driver's side, and they tried over and over to start the car. They kept stalling, couldn't find the right gear. So my dad eventually tried to start it for them, and they just threw him out of the car and just like slapped him across the face. And then they just pointed like away and they said, just go. Almost this feeling of relief came over me, you know, like that's what it feels like to be robbed, that's what it feels like to be hijacked. We're so lucky to be alive. So we we didn't care where we were walking, we just walked. They then came up behind us again. This time they were a lot more violent, and they started pushing and pushing and pushing, and I realized they were actually pushing us towards the ditch. When we got to the top, they pushed me in, and then they pushed my dad in, and they took my dad to one side where they tied his hands to his legs to a tree. They then took his little fishing hat off his head and they shoved it down his throat with a knife. And the one then stayed with my dad while the others all turned to me, and they started kissing me up my neck, telling me they loved me, calling me all sorts of horrible things. And then they pushed me to the floor, and the one took my pants off and the other one held me down, and then the first one climbed on, and then the second one climbed on, and then the third one climbed on, and then the fourth one climbed on. When somebody rapes you, they take your body, but what is your body? Like, what really makes up a person? Like your mind, your personality, and your spirit. Those are not physical things that you can hold in your hand, but that's what really makes up who you are. So when somebody rapes you, they take your body, but they don't take you. And either you're going to become another statistic, you're going to become another victim, or you're going to choose to be a survivor. And I think I chose to be the survivor side of things. Everything has just unfolded from there. My life has taken a whole completely different path. I was going in one direction, now I'm going in this direction, and I really, really believe that everything definitely happens for a reason. And because if this hadn't happened to me on that day at this most beautiful place ever, like, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. And I really do feel privileged to be doing what I'm doing because of all the people I've been able to help, and the women you've been able to, you know, make themselves again. Because so many people come to us and they just say, you know, my life's over, I'm never going to get anywhere, I'm never going to do anything, I just want to go and lock myself in the bedroom and never leave. And then you work with them and you talk to them, and you just, to see them evolve, to see them become them again is just the most special thing. I mean, as you can see, this is honestly one of the most beautiful places ever, and I don't want to let what happened to me on that day destroy this beautiful place. And the same goes for our country. It is the most beautiful country in the world, and we can't let these small little things that are happening ruin our country. We've got to look at the bigger picture, look at the most beautiful thing we have right on our doorstep, and just say, let's all rather enjoy this country and live our lives to the full rather than living in fear. Because I really think if something's going to happen, it's going to happen anyway, so there's no point in trying to avoid it or run away from it. Just live your life, enjoy this beautiful place.